I gotta make sure I hit the button. Yep, it should stop. All right. Good morning, y'all. It's the 24th day of April. Wow, this month's almost over. And yeah, a lot of stuff. Got recalls, got earthquakes. Been dealing with rainstorms. This one's supposed to quit probably about another hour, and then just a reprieve to the UV. Start baking the water off the roadways, and then it's going to start raining again the rest of the night. So I think it's going to be about 3 inches today, but hey, what can I say? So, first things first, good morning. Hope you all are doing good. Get your coffee, go potty, splash some water in your face. And while you're doing that, before I start the show, well, where'd he go? That's something motivational for y'all. Get that blood pumping. But now I got to look for it again because it got moved when I was checking to make sure I shut off the repeat on that song. And yes, that song is something to Valhalla. It's nice and quiet, and I enjoy it. But yeah, so I don't know when we're going to see sunshine completely again. Besides when the UVs start baking stuff this afternoon, but it ain't going to be that long. Probably about 2 hours or so. So if I want to do anything, I have to do it during that time. So all right, so stand up, start stretching. Come on, start doing squats. Now reach for those toes. Go ahead. Hopefully, this music will motivate you while you're running to get your tea, your coffee, your water, having to run to the potty real quick. Let's get this thing going. Yeah. Hopefully that got your blood moving while you're chatting in chat. Hopefully the weather's not like mine because mine really sucks today. But hey, we need the water, so I'm not complaining about the rain. Keep us out of the, what do you call it? Yeah, the drought. So let's start things off slow because I got a lot, and yeah, hopefully nobody takes anything I talk about today personal because some of it might be personal. Let's do this. Yeah, I know. I'm going back and forth with all the music, during the war, and then trying to get your blood pumping, and then calming you down enough. Well, there's a lot. So yeah, congratulations, Lady Bluegrass. I'm glad you're getting your glasses. I go in every year to get mine checked, and every 2 years I get new glasses. So they're probably going to get me a new pair again because these nose clip things, for some reason, they keep puncturing, and then I start cutting my nose, and I have to go get new ones. And a month later, they're doing the same thing again. So they got to find something else for the nose bridge on mine. So, but my eyesight has actually gotten better according to what they've tested. So that's a good thing. So, but yeah, I'm not going to get no contacts. Keep trying to push into contacts. Like now, why would I want to poke my finger, let alone some plastic stuff? You already put it in my food. Lady, have been since before Crony hit. Oh, okay. I was thinking another one. It's like, you're not that old. Stop calling yourself an old crony. But you're talking about the other crony. Okay, okay. I'll stop. All right. So let's see. First things first. Hey, did you know Harvard is a threat to democracy? I think Trump, for one of his aides, was listening to my broadcast about a week ago because I said that. I called them straight out. They want to sue and say the president can't. Well, yeah, president can do a lot. When if you don't want the $3 billion that's frozen, well, then let's turn around and use it for something else, like helping the homeless. Helping the vets out and stuff like that. Because those Harvard bums don't need it. They charge enough, and they pay their professors way too much. And they're all liberals anyway, so why do they need the money? Oh, see how I slid in there about the liberals? Well, I'm going to talk about the liberals for a few minutes. We've gone to TikTok. Don't waste your time. Instagram's getting just as bad, and now they're all flooding over to YouTube. And I'm waiting to see how many of them get strikes and get taken down. But all these people are complaining as if they're losing their jobs, and guess who they're blaming? Yep, Mr. T. Well, it's not Mr. T's fault, ladies. And I'm gonna direct the ladies, so you ladies are listening, don't take offense because I know it's not you. I haven't seen you on TikTok, Instagram, and all that complaining you lost your job. And if you do, I'm sorry if you do, but I have no bloody feelings for the liberals and the Democrats that do lose their jobs because they're a whole other beast that believes in whatever you think you are, that's what you are. Well, they need to reevaluate, look in the mirror without all that 10 inches of makeup on, and realize that they're not as valuable as they think they are. They are replaceable. Yeah, think about it. So, anyway, you got all these ladies crying, complaining, this or that, and it came as a surprise, and they had a feeling, and all this. Well, no, you didn't. I'm going to tell you how things are working. You can blame Mr. T all you want, but he's doing what is actually working, and everybody else is trying to change it, trying to show that his polls are going down, which they're lying. It really isn't going down. Um, yeah, I think they're doing all the ratings at the Harvard University. When they want to do a rating, they just go to Harvard and have them fill out a questionnaire on how Trump's doing, and they answer it that way. But anyway, ladies, especially you liberal and Democrat ones, when you lose your job, it's nobody's fault but your own. You didn't make your position so invaluable that they wouldn't get rid of you over somebody else. And if you try to get that job as eye candy, well, eye candy gets old. Business owners, it's about the money for business. And I guess what? Beauty ain't good for business unless you're a supermodel or a makeup company. Think about it. Yeah, beauty doesn't even work in freaking Hollywood anymore because now they're hiring all the trans people to freaking do the actors' jobs. That's why Hollywood keeps freaking dropping. Yeah. So if you don't agree with me, that's fine. But you know what? You need to take it to heart. Sit down and think about it for yourself. Really dig deep inside and see how irreplaceable you are. And then what am I going to do? I got to pay my house. I got these 6 cats and 12 dogs and 5 horses I got to take care of. Well, maybe you shouldn't have gotten all those pets. Maybe you shouldn't be driving that brand new freaking car. You know, you overextended yourself on credit cards, and everything else. And yes, I can say that because between 80 to 90% of most credit card debt now is by women. Yeah. Why are they overextended? Now, this isn't all women, but I'm saying the majority of it when you've actually looked at all the numbers. Do your own research, but it's true. And then you wonder why men aren't dating. Why? If they want to get abused, they want to hear anything, all they gotta do is pick up the phone and go to TikTok. Yeah. Why go to a bar and get their night ruined because they meet somebody and they already know they're a freaking gold digger? They need somebody to pay their bills. Yeah. Yeah. Needless to say, you don't see too many men going to TikTok or Instagram complaining, I just got fired today. What am I going to do? Now they go out there. They don't have time for TikTok. They're going out there looking for another job. Yeah. Think about it. Some women actually do that, and kudos to those, but most of them aren't. I didn't come here to cry, but I gotta cry. Yeah. So don't believe me? Go do your own research. You'll find out. That's why I need to freaking throw that in there. But anyway, let's get to the recalls, recalls, recalls. Ooh, this is gonna hurt. If you live in New Jersey, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt New York. I'm trying to bring it up now because it just changed. Coffee creamers. It's by a company called Mocha. Or it's supposed to be Mocha, but they separate it and they call it Mocha. Yeah. They're recalling 4,500 cases of it. And they labeled it the highest level according to the FDA. So don't drink it because they didn't label that may contain undeclared milk ingredients. You know, that's going to kill you. You know, yeah. I had avocado before I knew I was allergic. It didn't kill me. I didn't like it. I didn't like what I went through. But on the labeling, the omission can be life-threatening for individuals with milk allergies, such as food allergies. Symptoms can include hives, rashes, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach cramps, respiratory issues, and severe cases, anaphylaxis, a condition marked by throat swelling, a drop in blood pressure, difficulty breathing, and loss of consciousness. Well, I mean, and this is actually the first report I saw was on Newsweek, and they did bring it out. So you can go check out Newsweek and read it. It's only a 3 minute story, but yeah, I don't know too many people that are allergic to milk. Yeah, they could be lactose intolerant, but it's not going to make it where they go unconscious. My guess, maybe it's the whiskey. They're putting too much whiskey in their coffee, along with that coffee creamer. But it is affecting New York and New Jersey and one other state in the Northeast, somewhere in I think it's Massachusetts. But yeah, that's why I kept talking. Like all the other YouTubers, they like to talk about the same thing for like 20 minutes just to hear their voices. And last night was irritating the you know what out of me. So I said, I'm going to do it this morning. I'm going to pull the joke on Lady D because I knew you drink coffee once in a while. I couldn't remember if you had creamer or not, but it's like I'm going to throw that one there in there. Yeah, that's the first time I ever heard them too, and I was like, really? It's mocha, but it's pronounced mocha. Okay, so let's see. We've had earthquakes from Turkey, a couple in the U.S. all over the place. Yeah, you got a feeling that things are all breaking up. It's the end of the world as you know it. Well, yeah. So let's see. Let's go to war news real quick. Yeah, Trump's going to meet with Putin again. He's already talked to Zelensky, but I'm pretty sure he's got to talk to him again. And I really just wish he'd just stop and just give him the ultimatum on both of them and just say, hey, if you can't figure out by this time, y'all just battle out straight out. Just freaking just go free for all. Think about it. They're going to get rid of both their armies. Yeah, a lot of people will be, die, but, because they can't come to terms to a peace agreement. That's on them. And then both countries are going to be so weak, somebody else could just walk in and take over the country. Well, no shots fired. Think about it. Well, let's see. Ooh, supposedly the UAE, according to mainstream medias, go to any of them, you'll find the story, has done a 30-year, 40-year natural gas deal with China. Well, I say we pull out of the UAE and see how well they like it, because we do have several bases there. We do use them for launching places, but we don't really need them now that we got these new aircraft carriers. Think about it. No, see, because the way I see it, Russia wants Ukraine, China wants freaking Taiwan. What's wrong with their own countries? Yeah, think about it. Well, I'll tell you, China, they don't talk about it. I destroyed most of their economic high tech stuff in previous years. Then, of course, they want to walk in and take over Taiwan. But Taiwan ain't stupid. I can almost guarantee they got a thing. If they invade and they're going to take over, we're just going to blow the crap out of all the factories. So all they get is a bunch of rubble and they ain't nothing there. And then China's just shit out of luck. Yeah. There's always a plan F you at the end when you're getting invaded. So, yeah. Surprise, you didn't win nothing. Yep. But, yeah. So, in the U.S., we can handle China. We handle them now. They're collapsing. They got, what is it? I think 90,000 apartment buildings that aren't, well, 90,000 apartment buildings that are brand new, completed, and nobody's living in them in China. And they got other projects. The numbers aren't clear. They got all these apartment buildings that are half finished. And the companies have all gone bankrupt and they can't finish the buildings. So you got all these people, which we know they're trying to say they got 900 million, which I don't believe because their numbers and, you saw it during the the Jabberwocky years, the incinerators. Yeah. And a lot of people, and they're even showing you, if you go to certain websites, you can actually see the stuff. A lot of the villages and cities are empty. A lot of the ports are sitting still. All the containers are empty. Nothing is moving. And China's like, yeah, we're just going to not make no deal with Trump. Well, if he goes to the thing where we don't get medicine, okay, that's fine. We could do without it. We got enough backpile probably for about 6 months. If we make Hollywood stop taking what's that diet that diabetic pill that's using for diet weight loss, don't worry about it. Just stop eating. You'll lose weight if you're worried about your weight. You need that money to pay your bills anyway. But either way, China wanted to play hardball. We got the ultimate. We feed almost the rest of the world. Everybody buys food from us. And we can just tell all the people that buy food from us, if you freaking sell or deal with China, any of this food we sell you, we're going to cut you off too. And just cut China off from food. If they have 900 million people, how long do you think the food that, they purchase from us is going to last? I give them about 60 days, and then they're going to be like, okay, 63 days, because you can only survive without food for 3 days. Oh, trust, that's just barbaric. No, that's how you win wars without firing a shot. People are going to suffer. There's going to be people in the middle ground. But you know what? It falls to their own people. They allowed so and so to freaking take over the country, become the dictator. He's got the top 12 freaking spots of the country that aren't going to be elected again. The people come uprise. Their sons and daughters are in the military. Do you think their sons and daughters are going to shoot their own parents? Think about it, you know? And then I laugh at all these freaking generals that come on. All these dudes think, oh, well, we should have messed with China. They got a big navy. Well, and they got no experience in any wartime thing. They have not had any experience in the 1950s. Their generals, their military, have never been in a conflict where they actually had to do something. Think about it. I put more trust in the American veteran and the American citizens at home with their shotguns and whatever protective equipment they got. Yeah, a whole lot more with more experience than the Chinese military. So I ain't worried about that. Well, they got missiles. Well, we do too. It's easy to talk big when you can just push a button. But are those missiles going to work? We've seen it in the past when they did test things, and yeah, half the freaking missiles didn't have fuel in it. They filled them up with water because they sold the fuel to the black market so they could make a lot of money. And that was their generals. Yeah, the military experts. Yeah, China doesn't scare me. The only one I got to worry about is Iran, and we can freaking solve that real quick. Let's move all the people out of Gaza and throw them to Iran. When Iran says, oh, no, 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 we can't take any of those people, why not? Aren't they Arabs? They're not infidels. Why are you rejecting your own people, Iran? Let it all publicly come out, and the people will revolt, because the people of Iran are ready to revolt against the regime that's running Iran. Just push it a little bit more. All right, Lady D, or Lady B, go enjoy your shower. Hey, Bundy, how you doing? So, yeah. Okay, so back to the real world. I'm done talking about war stuff. There's nothing to worry about. It's all wars or rumors of wars. Technically, there's other wars going on right now. There's actually bullets going everywhere. All these other ones are rumors of wars. So you really got to think about it. The Bible's covering everything. There's wars, rumors of wars. At any given time, there's about an estimate about 112 wars going on in the world. And all the ones I just mentioned are all rumors of war. They keep threatening. But you notice all these leaders, they're sitting back in their thing, they're freaking bleeding their people dry and all that. And guess what? They don't know crap. They keep forgetting. Like the Muslims, they got chop squares. If you steal, they chop off. Well, if you look at, you really investigate, half these regimes are stealing from their people. So shouldn't they be in chop square? Hey, I'm just saying, use their own laws against them. Hello. So hopefully some of y'all are able to go check out that link I put in my post yesterday about the CME and all that got shot up in the sun. Space.com and NASA both are posting about the sun blast, a huge rush of mass. The ESA says it's warped the magnetic field. And that's what you need to worry about more than all these people threatening for war and stuff. Because you know what? Last time I looked, everything gets cooked in freaking the desert. And where's Iran at? Yeah, think about it. Let's see. Hey, did you know California has taken their lawsuit to the Trump administration, to the Supreme Court? This is about banning gasoline freaking vehicles in their state. Hey, that's fine. But they're going to do gasoline vehicles. They need to do gasoline freaking freight boats too. So they, when we finally fix all the tariff stuff and everybody starts playing nice with each other, nobody ship anything to California because, yeah, If they don't want no gas vehicles, then they can't have any gas frickin' boats either. Yeah. We'll see where California's economy goes to. Yeah, think about it. Yeah. They can't get nothing in. They can't get the truck drivers to go pick it up. Yeah, think about it. I really think Newsom is freaking embedded with stocks for all this freaking EV stuff. And I don't trust him. When they had that last earthquake by San Diego a couple of days ago, did you listen to his speech? Yeah, you could tell he was really concerned. He only used 2 cans of Aquanet on his hair with some freaking grease. I'm sorry. Yeah. You Californians really need to get rid of him. And if you and you deserve what you vote for if you vote for old heckling woman. What's your name? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The one that thought she was a VP, but she couldn't even find Taco Bell at the border. So yeah, and they're sitting there ringing the bell for her, and she still couldn't find it. Yeah. So a lot of more mainstream media is talking about all these earthquakes and how the fault lines are shifting and all this is going on. Gee, maybe they're kind of figuring out something. Well, I'll tell you what. Oh, I wish I could remember what freaking show. It was the White Files. I watch the White Files because he throws out pretty good and he does a lot of good investigation stuff on there. And if you've never seen the White Files, you need to go to the White Files on YouTube. Check it out. He's got a co-host named Heckle. He's a goldfish. They throw out some funny stuff. They got a whole team working on it, so it's not only him doing it, but his whole family, friends, and all that. He employs quite a few, and they do an actually excellent good job. They work for the money. No peer baiting, no clickbaiting, and they throw out some decent dad jokes, if you can call them dad jokes. But they had one talking about, oh, I'm trying to remember what the topic was. I'll look it up and I'll have to post it. Maybe I'll post a link. But you got to watch it, and I'll try to put in the time frame where he even covers what these scientists they keep freaking saying about climate change. He even covers it in this one. He wasn't even talking about climate change, but how the sun affects the earthquake and how the earth freaking breaks apart because of the CMEs and the plasma rays and everything else. I mean, he just watching that would just blow up somebody's liberal mind that believes in climate change. That our fossil fuels are destroying the planet when it's not doing it. It's the sun. And we are actually in a cycle right now. We are way overdue. And the magnetic poles are shifting. And there are 4 underneath on the southern sphere, if you didn't realize that. And of course, we got the south and the north magnetic poles too. Not the physical poles, but the magnetic poles. So, and what's going to happen when those flip? Well, go back to history and you'll see. That's where you got to take at least 50% what the archaeologists find when they dig stuff up, and then do your own research from what they tell you. Because yeah, I'd rather listen to people that have been studying the sun, the moon, the freaking planets, and all that other stuff for years and years, and explain how all that affects the Earth. Because did you know we only need 2 to 3 planets come in alignment like we did last time? And it was like 4 months ago, I think we had like 4 planets align. And how that changes our gravitational pull of our planet and our shields and all that other stuff. Yeah, that affects it too. I didn't believe it. I did a deep dive and I started finding stuff. I'm like, holy crap. They even had dates, instances, and all that in history. So, yeah, there's some scientific fact in that. But like I said, I'm not a professional according to YouTube standards. I don't have a PhD the way YouTube wants me to have one, even though I do have one. So that means, hey, I know how to write. I know how to research. And I don't change words around. If you're a dumbass, I'll call you a dumbass. I'll use the 70 shows word, dumbass. Yep, exactly. That's the way you need to do it. Always the truth. It may hurt, but it hurts less than being lied to. And I'm not asking you for any money. But if you like to send money, let me know. I'll set up a P.O. box. Not really, but hey, I'd tell you go buy some canned food. So I'm trying to see. Yeah, there was an earthquake near Santa Rosa that rattled the North Bay of San Francisco. If you don't know where Santa Rosa is, I'm trying to say it was a 2.9 that rattled it. And they're saying it was a 2.4 at the epicenter. It was only 6.7 miles. Oh no, 6.7 miles north of Rockneck Park. And of course, they don't give the time it happened, so you'd have to go to earthquakes.com or watch one of the people that does all the earthquake shows. Hey, Ziva's mom, how you doing? Lady says she can't type today. So, yeah, things are off and on. This is a weird time for me to go on. I know, but, hey, with these storms, I didn't even know if I was going to go on. I did have one scheduled for 9 a.m., but I didn't post it because of all the rain and weather and stuff. And normally, when I have all that heavy rain and all that, we have an 18-wheeler going to one of the businesses, which is like 8 blocks away, maybe more. They end up always sitting that one telephone pole that takes out everything. And then half the freaking town is freaking out. So that's what I was expecting. So that's why there's a pop up. And it is the apocalypse because everything's going to crap. You know? Now, really, I mean, I saw pictures of the Pope laying in wake and they moved him over to St. Peter's Cathedral. I think that's where it was. I really disagree with that. You know? Why? So that people could say goodbye. They do that to the president. They did that to the freaking, what was that security guard that they made the whole freaking thing in Washington, D.C. They do that. Politicians. Why? Just think about it. To prove that he passed away? I mean, come on. I think it'd be more respectful. Just wait until the service. Everybody can walk by. It's already going to be like a half a day service before they bury him on Saturday. So, but hey, who am I? I'm not in the Catholic Church anymore. They had too many things. Man cannot change God's word in the Bible, and that's what the Catholic Church did. So, and when they started doing that, I left. If you don't believe it, do your own research. Find out. Think about it. Why are they hiding everything in their basement? That's where I want to get at. That's where the apocalypse is. They say, well, humankind can't handle. What are you talking about? Y'all couldn't keep your hands to yourselves. You had to touch those little boys and girls. Now, didn't you? Yeah, think about it. Freaking pedophiles. And they get upset. Oh, well. I'll answer to the man when it's my time. And he'll know in my heart what I meant versus what I said. And there's misconstrued a little bit. Then, yeah, he'll correct me. But he knows what I mean. But it is God's word and it's not man's word. And you don't change it for the times. I'm sorry. You can still preach love, but you can still freaking pray for the person too, and you don't have to freaking change the laws of the believers for the ones that act like they're believers. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The ones that think they're women or men or same sex. Yeah, think about it. Those are atrocities against freaking God's word. And most of them are like, well, uh, And he can't really be God. Well, when you pass away and you meet him, you explain that one to him. He'll know what was in your heart. Guarantee he'll use that 70s show saying, dumbass. You know, you know, think about it. So, just when I warned you about Aldi's the other day, guess what? AllRecipes.com is reporting Aldi's just brought back its iconic Taco Bell copycat. It's even cheaper than before. Why is it cheaper? If everything is going up, nobody can afford food, supposedly, which I think is a bunch of BS because I go grocery shopping and when I don't use a list, yeah, it's a little bit more expensive. Sometimes I just go get non food products. So, of course, non food products will be more expensive. But a lot of people live well beyond their means, you know, and then they try to blame it on, yeah, everything else is expensive. Because some things are, but not too much, you know. Oh, I just got to have these T-bone steaks. Why? Get a freaking cheap ass rump roast and freaking cook that instead. You can change the recipe. Get some hamburger helper. Did you know hamburger helper? You can use tuna. You can use chicken. You can use ground pork. You don't have to use hamburger. Oh, come on now. You got YouTube. You wouldn't be here if you didn't. Think about it. And this is more for the Generation Z on up that still don't know how to cook. They're still trying to figure out how to use the can opener. Yeah. So I think B Charmin is probably outside sweating her, la-las off. So I can't hit her music for her. And I refuse to play Lady D's music because I already got her on the joke for the recall. It was a true recall, just I made her panic because I mentioned coffee creamer. Yeah. Ain't I a little stinker? You know. So, oh man, I was at the doctor's office yesterday, and yeah, and just had to get my reviews from my upper. What do you call it when they stick the camera down your throat to check your stomach and all your other stuff out? And yeah, the results on there. I already read the results online, but you know, the doctor has to do his meeting, and this is the first time out of the 4 times they've done it to me that doctor's actually been there for it. The system must have been off, but yeah, it came out okay. For some reason, he's saying, so you don't really have acid reflux, but you got like the startings of it, and yeah, I'm gonna put you on Prilosec. Do you ever feel like throwing up or anything? It's like no, I can eat jalapenos full and it doesn't cause anything. And he just looked at me. He was like, hey, iron stomach. Years of freaking abuse, Of course, you're going to get little polyp road bumps every once in a while. But nothing's growing, nothing's cancerous. So think about it. And he just like me, you're going to take the Prilosec. So, yeah, I got another medicine. So I think I'm going for the world record of how many freaking meds they keep putting me on. So, needless to say, I'm watching the radar, sorry. So the rain supposedly has already stopped. It's almost 11, so not too bad. And I was really amazed. I did that little short video and dropped it the other day for Papa Murphy's deep dish freaking pepperoni and jalapeno. You can have it any way you want, but yeah, I was surprised that they had the pan pizza. It's a deep dish, really, but they make it. You bring it home, you bake it, and it's there. I wasn't really expecting it very much, but when I saw that on their sign, I pulled in and said, "Yeah, I'm going to get it." And it was actually pretty good. It was 15 something. I think 15.71 with tax, which isn't too bad. It was a large. If I would have waited one more day, I could have gotten it for 10.71 with tax because, you know, Wednesdays are rather. $10 days for the large family pizzas. So I learned that too when I got mine, but it was like, yeah, I'll just get it now. What's the $5? Be ordering burgers and stuff. But hey, I did have freaking awesome large order of French fries and onion rings, and man, they were good. Ooh, yeah, baby. And speaking of food porn, you need to check out Longboarding Mom's newest video she dropped last night. And I apologize, Longboarding Mom, if you're watching the replay. Yes, even Mom, thank you. Endoscopy. Yeah. But, yeah. But she did her magical chicken, barbecue chicken. And man, she was slapping that mustard on there. I've never used mustard on my chicken. I've always used olive oil or something else. But so I may have to try that. And then she used Pepsi, which I will never do. I don't like Pepsi. I may use Dr. Pepper or I'll use a beer, which I really don't drink very much. But hey. Yeah, Lady D, I agree. That's why I try to not do as many meds as they normally do. But hey, I'm still fighting to try to get up all these other meds. But with the VA, you got to take what they tell you to because you got to show that you're following the treatment. Otherwise, yeah, you get put on the bad patient list. You don't want to be there. So when your husband goes to work, you know if he's cheating on his diet because he's got to take the Prozac. Huh? His GERD flares up, and he's had too much junk food, and we know you don't feed him no junk food at home. So yeah, ooh, I bet those are bad days for him. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, I'm hoping I'm only going to take it for a short time because I'm not going to wait. I think my next appointment's like in November for a checkup, and that's just going to be talking. And I'm not going to take Prozac all the way from May to November. No, there's no way. I'm not going to take it that long. Maybe 30 days, but yeah. Hell, it's hard enough. I take baby aspirin every day because I say to, and it doesn't aggravate me. And, it melts in your mouth, not in your hand. Get it? It's almost like M&M's. But, this baby aspirin tastes pretty good compared to all the other meds they give you that you got to pop. So, if you have too much spicy, see, mine doesn't flare up. They tried saying I had it, and I'm like, really? What are the symptoms? And they tell me, like, I don't get none of those symptoms. I'm like, you know, I think most of mine is all drainage. The pollen has been bad for the last 2 years, and they keep freaking. They give me the allergy spray I need that really helps to cut down on the mucus and drainage, and then they put me on the pills, and then I have to wait another 6 months, and then I get back on the spray again. They don't understand the spray works. I can do that once every morning, and I'm good all day long till the next day. I take those pills. I'm having to pop a second set by nighttime just to breathe. Why won't they listen to the patient when they're the ones taking the medicine? Why do you got to be laying in the ER with your throat half freaking, swollen? You can barely breathe. Your blood pressure has dropped down to dangerously low levels before they go, oh, yeah, you might be allergic to that medicine. Maybe if they took their eyeballs off the laptop and stopped trying to read the medical journal when they're supposed to already have the degree. That's why I trust my pharmacists more. They know what's going on. So, and I got an appointment with them, I think, on the 1st. So when I talk to them, they're going to probably say, yeah, just take the Prilosec for 2 weeks and get off it. And they say, wait, you can't take that because you're on this and this. I was like, yeah. So who knows? And let's see if all these, I've been killing time waiting for all these other recalls because there was like 6 recalls. Well, the Wall Street Journal, if you trust them, has a thing they posted early this morning. Food additives could combine to boost health threats. Really? Boy, it sounds like it's conspiracy theory to me. What about y'all? When were we talking about that a couple years ago? All these additives and all that are bad for you. Hmm. Yeah, back then they were freaking shutting our channels, giving us strikes and stuff. But now the Wall Street Journal could just clearly post it on there. Hmm. What are their facts? Who's their PhD medical professional that's posting this story? Yeah, that's what I want to know. Let's see. Oh, that Instaboon, Inst, Instabowl. See, I can't even say that. I said it earlier this morning. The earthquake in Turkey was a 6.2. They got video out if you go to foxweather.com. You can watch the video. See that whole lot of shaking going on. One that's really got me worried is the sediment underneath the Mississippi River with all the holes opening up and all that. Because you know that fault line is going to give. Hey, and yeah, they're still talking about Big Lots. After their big bankruptcy that they did, guess what? They're reopening more than 100 stores. It's just inventory shifting. That's all it is. It's one of those going out of business sales. You see it on some of the businesses, and then 3 months later, they take the sounds on and they're not going out of business. They come up with some reason like, well, Bobby Joe cleaned the toilet so well that we can reopen again. We won't get hit by the health department, so we don't have to file bankruptcy. Yeah. And USA Today is reporting that scientists uncovered thriving ecosystem under a Chicago-sized iceberg that's broken off. Yeah, the iceberg's the size of Chicago, and there's an ecosystem living underneath it. Looks like jellyfish to me. And the only other big stories besides the Oreos, which isn't really anything big, it's just somebody put up a question to SummerYuleNutrition.com, and their question was, do Oreos contain peanuts? So they decided to tell you what the ingredients are. They basically got a package of Oreos and they listed everything. So don't waste your time. There's no peanuts in Oreos. And if you weren't around the last couple of shows, yeah, the FDA is going to stop inspecting food. Yeah, what are they going to do then? I still, I'm asking them publicly, and I still have not received an answer back. What is the FDA going to do if they're not checking the food? Yeah, they're just going to let anything and everything come in from overseas. How are we going to know the microplastics, the level of microplastics, and all that? Oh, you can't have no spices. Or maybe you're just using way too much spices there, Lady D. Ziva's bomb, but they'll go. But right now they've been inspecting them, or pretending to inspect them, and then giving the ALK. Now they're not even going to send somebody to the warehouse to make a present, say, "I'm here." Okay, you're good. I guess they're figuring out they cost too much to drive from one warehouse to another to say they inspected when they really didn't do nothing. So yeah, but I get what you mean, Ziva's mom. Yeah. So that's why I say check your own, grow your own. That's the only way you can do it. Hey, Tom, how you doing, brother? Long time no see. Hopefully everything's well with you. Yeah. So I still see a lot of articles of people complaining about the cost of avocados. What part? If people would have listened to me last year, they'd have an avocado tree now and they'd be growing their own. So you're bad. If you really want avocados, you don't want to pay the price, grow a tree. All you need is a seed. You can grow it, start it. 6 months later, you got a tree, and they'll start budding eventually. I don't know how long. I'm allergic to avocados, so I don't know how long it takes after the tree's fully freaking producing. So let's see what else is going on. Yeah. I was the first to report it even before mainstream media. And now, now they got senators finally freaking go down and complaining to Mexico, but they're not actually going to Mexico to meet with them. They're freaking demanding on mainstream media newscasts that Mexico stop pumping all the sewage from Tijuana into the Pacific Ocean. Yeah. I reported it a long time ago when they started closing the beaches down in southern part of California. Hell, California just lets it go. Where's Newsom on this? That affects his beaches. That affects tourist travel. Maybe I need to do a freaking commercial for California and put this is the real tourism in California. Show long lines at all the amusement parks, paying what $18 for a 12-ounce bottle of water at the parks. Traffic, smog, you know. Let's see, gang violence, other illegals mugging, the drugs, people pooping on the curbs, and now you got sewage in the on the southern beaches that are all closed off because you can't go in the water there. Hell, the Navy SEALs can't even train there. They got to be driven. I think it's 30, 40 miles north of their training facility just to go in the ocean water for new training. Yeah, think about it. And what's their great illustrious Newsom freaking done? Yeah. He built he started to build a fast trainway to nowhere. Hmm, yeah. Sort of sounds like that Midwest city that people can't even drink the water that comes out of their taps. It's all polluted and infected. Wait, that's another liberal freaking city. Holy crap. Another liberal state. Think about it. Yep. You know what I'm talking about. And I knew someone wants to run for, yeah. Yeah. Why they reelected him, who knows. But, yeah. Must have been Hollywood. P. Diddy probably ran his campaign for him. So, needless to say, hey, I've seen 4 different articles, so I don't know how true this is, but Katie, what's her name? Katy Perry's career is over. Yeah. After the last few interviews she had and it found out that everything was fake. Yeah. Yeah, think about it. So all y'all that threw out those things on like, yeah, they look they landed in the desert. I didn't see no parachutes for it to land. Um, Bezos tried opening the door with a tool after Katy Perry opened it from inside. Yeah, their hair was too perfect. Uh, the windows looked like it was, you know, backup screens showing something. And yeah, there's no burn marks or anything else, no char marks all over that freaking thing when they came in. So, think about it. How to ruin your career and your life's ambition to be rich and famous. But they did rehearse. They had 10 minutes to rehearse after the 1 minute bagoggle of them freaking showing some little. I found this little toy and I brought it this place. I brought this little freaking flower because it reminded me of my daughter. Bullshit. Imagine that daughter growing up. She gets a copy of it because she's gonna get picked on when she goes to school. Your mom's off Looney Tune. She's off fake. She's gonna get beat up. That poor kid. And if she does survive, she becomes an adult and she sees those videos of her mom trying to act like that. It's like, man, mom, you're really stupid. What was that 70s show saying? Dumbass! Yep, exactly. Enough said. Yeah, think about it. But, hey, who knows? I've been yakking for about an hour. Y'all getting sick of me yet? Oh, wait. I gotta do this. Cheapism.com. FDA to ban food dyes. Found in Cheetos, Skittles, and other popular foods by 2026. Why does it take that long? If you ban it, it should be an instant ban. And then it's the company's problem to figure out what they're going to use instead. Well, that would hurt the business. Uh, Better the business than somebody's health. Yeah, I'm excited for the ban too, but I still think it should be instant, and that's their problem. They should have had a plan B if that dye didn't work out. You know, business is supposed to have a 1, 3, 5 year plan, so they should have a plan B when red dye number 1 or whatever number they're on now gets turned off. How many times have we heard a red dye has been freaking eliminated and banned? And they're like on number 17 or something of the red dyes. I guarantee you the companies didn't even freaking change the ban. They just changed the number on the label. You know? The cost of business. That's the bottom line. The cost of business. They've been paying attention. Trump's tariffs are so bad. Everything in the stock market's going down. Everybody's losing their jobs. No, the non-essential, non-skilled freaking people are losing their jobs. It's happening in China too. So think about it. Only difference is China's really lost a lot. We really haven't lost that much. Yeah, I remember the one about the Chef Barbie, the Chef Boy RD, Lady D. And I understand they got to use salt, you know, for like a preservative type thing. They don't have to use that much salt. Man, they use as much salt like they're freaking trying to. They're throwing in a fresh meat and then putting it in a smoking room or something. So, since it's raining and all crappy out today, and I'm not going to freaking be doing much, I'm probably going to practice on how to do the dough for pierogies. I've never done pierogi. You know, the dough before you fill them, and then you can fry them, bake them, boil them, however you want to cook them. My first trial run, I'm going to use mashed potatoes. Yeah. Yep, even milk contains salt. And that's fine if it's on a limit, but it should be a safe limit. Yep, exactly. Milk, TV dinners. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Cause yeah. Hey Cassette, how you doing? Oh yeah, they're definitely going into the suck zone, as in the movie Twister. That redheaded guy said, "Welcome to the suck zone." I don't think they're going to be able to come back unless we save them. That's the whole freaking thing. If it doesn't contain salt, it's got microplastics. I know that much. And there ain't much that doesn't have freaking microplastics or salt. Hmm. But who knows? Let's see. What else do I need to cover here? Don't need to really go long because I know y'all want to do. So, Trump, this is breaking news from NBC. Trump's administration has asked the Supreme Court to allow transgender military ban, which I think would be really good and helpful. I mean, if people want to live and dress the way they want to and all that, that's fine. Just don't push that on others. I mean, yeah, it's all right, but you're not going to convince me that you're really a woman, but yet you were born with male parts. I'm sorry. Just keep it to yourself, do your own thing, but you don't force that on the military. Just like there's certain things about the women's movement and all that, and I push it more because feminism has screwed the world over more than anybody else. And yeah, you want equal, then you should have to be. You have to register for the draft too. You might get called up, but I'm a woman. Nope, you ain't a princess. You know, last princess I remember was Princess Di. Oh wait, that's what happened to her. Never mind. Yeah, and yeah, I know that was a bad joke, but I had to throw it out there. But why can't I put out a plan out there before in my past and had nothing to do with it. Why can't women freaking be drafted? Why don't they have to register? It's a mandatory automatic registration of the draft. What? Because they can't do one push up? Well, maybe they need to get in better shape. Think about it. Why can't women freaking take over a lot of the male roles if they don't want to go to war? They could check the little box on the register. They don't feel that they can kill somebody. And yeah, we'll use it against them when they turn around and murder. Yeah, and their civilian life. I believe everybody's created equal, but I believe everybody should pull their own part. I believe you have a choice, but you should not force that choice on other people. You know, I don't force anybody to come watch me, listen to me on YouTube. That's your choice. How many of y'all did I freaking get a cattle prod and wake up and say, "Get out! You got to get by your computer, your phone, and start watching me"? Yeah, I don't do any of that. I don't write my congressman and tell them make a freaking state/federal law that people need to watch my show, hit the thumbs up, and subscribe and share me out on a daily basis. That's y'all's choice. I appreciate it if you do, but that's why I say y'all are the best freaking chat in all social media. And other people are trying to change the wording around, freaking liberals, to use it for theirs after I've been using it. But I can prove it. I got the facts. You can deep dive. Y'all are the best. I greatly appreciate it. We could agree to disagree. I mean, I don't believe in Lady D's purple popcorn. Boy, I was going to do a short video just for Lady D about that purple popcorn, but I didn't. I was nice. But hey, to each his own. You believe what you want, but just remember, even the choices you make and anything you think about, there's always circumstances. You got to pay the fiddler one way or the other. The choices you make, there's always an outcome you might not like. So before you make that choice publicly and try to force it on people, you need to realize what may or may not occur and will you like it. Oh, you mixed it with a dill? Yeah, I've had dill popcorn before, and it was pretty good. But I did see, ooh, who was it? I can't remember. I was looking on DoorDash because sometimes I look on there when I want to make something at home. I look at DoorDash now. I don't even order half the time. I just look at it to see if anything news popped up. And one had it that they had um, jalapeno dilled pickles in their burgers. And I was like, okay, so they use the juice from the jalapeno. No, they actually put the dill pickles in with the jalapenos in the jar, let them soak for about a week or so, and then they put both of them on the burger. I'm like, oh wow, that's different. I don't know if I could do that. That might be a little bit too spicy for me. But yeah, and then they put I can't remember that freaking spicy sauce. I'll eat the peppers, but I usually don't have the sauce. Some kind of other kind of sauce. It's like the burn your gut freaking burger or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, that's true if you want to spend an hour in the bathroom after you eat because it'll look hot. And I'm like, no. Maybe for a T-shirt I would do it, but it better be one of those awesome T-shirts. But yeah, let's see what else. What's the first thing we're going to run out of in America besides patience? That's all I'm going to say. Ooh, I saw something about Goodwill. This is according to theboot.com. Theboot.com. Goodwill shuts down 13 locations, laying off workers. Okay, so explain this one to me. How are they going to twist this one? That it's Mr. T's administration's fault in his tariffs. All the stuff that Goodwill gets donated from people's houses that they don't use anymore. So explain to me how that would do it. And they laid off all those employees from the 13 locations. I'm telling you, it all comes down to the business managers, owners. They really didn't know what they're doing and they're laying people off. More than it's the tariffs and all this other stuff. The last time I looked, yeah. And here's one from San Diego, KGTV, San Diego, California. Local grocery store owner advises customers on stockpiling groceries ahead of tariffs. Okay, I'm not even going to click on it, but if you go to kgtv.com, it's a TV news station in San Diego, California. Maybe they're going to have a list of foods you should get, but if the stuff's not coming from another country, the prices really shouldn't go up. Everybody should have at least 3 months worth of stockpile stuff. I know before the new year, last year, sometime towards the last quarter, I said it's too late. And it was. If you're trying to do a year or more for the apocalypse prepping and having all that stuff, it's way too late. And everybody's like, oh, that's wrong. It's like, no, I'm not teaching new people how to prep. If you have a question, I'll direct you where to go so you'll learn because you have to do your own research. But all these years, they haven't freaking been listening. And now they're like, oh, panicking and they're trying to blame on Mr. T. No. And I told you it's too late. There's no way, unless you win the lottery and you got the cash on hand, you can be able to come up with a year plus enough of freaking stuff stockpiled to the rafters, as they say, and ready to go when something happens. And you shouldn't be shopping that quick anyway, because you'll always get stuff that you don't like. You'll get stuff that you shouldn't, and you'll get stuff that's, yeah, you're not doing it the right way. There's a lot of things to go into prepping that you need to know about. The big one's calories. Is it healthy for you? How do you do it? Where are you going to put it? You got a backup place? Yeah. See, hang on and on. I don't even have anything listed here that I can read off of. But there's so many things. That's why it's too late for the year or so. And I'm right, because look what's going on. Everybody, oh, now you got a stockpile. That's clickbaiting, I'd say, from that grocery store without even reading or watching the video. That grocery store wants you to go over there and wipe out all their freaking Jolly Green Giant green beans or freaking raised and all that in somewhere in California, in Canyon, California. Yeah, those prices should not go up unless there's price hoarding. Well, you've heard it. Sam's Club, Costco, Walmart, some places have done away with self checkout. Supposedly, Sam's Club is going to where when you put it in your grocery cart, it already scans it into your system. Now I'm thinking about just going there for a 1 day thing because I let my Sam's Club thing expire. And if they've gone to the grocery cart thing where, yeah, it registers everything that you bought, so all you got to do is just put in your information and pay for it. I want to go over there, get something, walk a couple hours, take it off, put it on the shelf, get something else, put it in there. Just keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, just to mess with their system to see. And then push the cart with nothing in it out and see if they try to charge me for something. Because I guarantee there's going to be glitches in it. Let's see what else. Okay, now, before, remember when I mentioned Big Lots? Now, we got another one from AshevilleCitizensTimes.com. Before they were opening 100 stores back after their threat of filing bankruptcy. Now they're announcing Big Lots announces 219 store reopenings, 50 plus in North Carolina. And why does North Carolina need 50 Big Lots? Just put it that way. Why? I bet there's not a Big Lots in Alaska. And why not? Don't Alaska freaking residents matter? Well, Beach Harmon is here. I'd ask it, you know. Hey, and parade.com. So if some of you that get the newspaper, sometimes on the Sunday have Parade magazine in there. So they're reporting a summery new Mountain Dew flavor is reportedly heading to Taco Bell soon. Yeah, and they're showing the picture of the Mountain Dew thing, but it's on the taco shell. So now they're going to put the flavor, you know, pretty good. They had the Dorito one at one time, and that was pretty good. Now they're going to put Mountain Dew on the taco shells, and no, I don't think so. And it's purpley, so no telling what flavor. I don't drink Mountain Dew, so no telling what flavor. Hey, and you're going to hear this one here first. Well, maybe not, but probably here first if you haven't been watching mainstream media. The DailyExpress.com is reporting buffet chains are quietly staging a comeback. And here's what's different this time around. Go to thedailyexpress.com to see. I don't think they're really going to come back. Las Vegas has lost a lot of flair in their buffets, and the prices are outrageous now. I checked some of the prices, and that was really weird. Yeah, look at this 247.com food recipes is reporting the top 13 most unexpected foods that could disappear due to tariffs. So if there's only 13 foods that are unexpected to disappear, why do you need to stock up, according to that grocery owner? If it's only 13. And I'll give you a hint. The first one they got on the picture of is avocado, which I still say is BS because there's some states in, the U.S. that grow avocados too. You just want that Mexican avocado, I know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And this has been reported in Newsweek. I'm only reporting on stuff that's popping out within less than an hour. NASA sensor reveals unknown fire in Alabama. So if you're in Alabama, check Google Maps and see if you see a big old red blob. It almost looks like a rainstorm, but it isn't. Maybe it's they're getting the heat signature from the International Space Station of the lava underneath the ground is coming up. Who knows? But if you're in Alabama, you should check it out. You never know. It could be. And you'll be ahead of all your neighbors when it starts bubbling up and your house starts burning and you're out of town because you jumped in the vehicle. You listen to Trusted God, looked on Google Earth, said, holy moly, I'm out of here. You know, hey, it could happen. It's possible. It's possible. So here in West Central Texas, we're expecting rain for the next 2 days. Oh, wait, no. See, they wrote that wrong. We got 2 days of rain starting next Tuesday, but we do have rain all the way through, I think, Saturday before it stops. So I was wondering, it's like, what the heck? Why are they changing the thing? I looked at the numbers before I came on. I am looking at the numbers are showing that we got just sprinkle chances on Friday and Saturday, which is even better. So we don't get rain till Tuesday. That's still good. Maybe we got our 3 inches and decided to stop. Who knows? All right. Well, hold on. I'm trying to. Yo, don't close that one. Hey, SSM, how you doing? Yeah, exactly. I can't imagine Lady D being able to buy your supply of popcorn, purple or dill popcorn, in one freaking trip. She wouldn't have room in her vehicle. I don't even think DoorDash or Uber Eats would be able to deliver that much. And then why would you only get popcorn? Yeah, you need to get like the salt because she's always run out of spices. Hopefully, you did order your salt and pepper, and you need to get that popcorn butter. And while you're at it, you might as well just buy the case of all the different flavors of that popcorn flavoring while you're at it. My kids like that for some reason. I don't know. I'd rather just melt some butter and then drizzle it. Actually, put it in a little sprayer bottle and then sprinkle that butter onto my popcorn. Of course, I'll let it cool down before I put it in the spray bottle thing. So, what do I know? I know a lot, especially from this house, because I have a PhD in cooking and snacks at my house. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, this is coming from the New York Post. McDonald's makes first permanent menu item change since 2021, and it comes with a new sauce. Well, it looks like it's chicken fingers, and the new sauce is McCrispy strip dip. So it's chicken strips, and the flavor is creamy chili. Still not tempting me enough to go to McDonald's. It's all fake food there. The last and only thing I really liked was, yeah, the fries, but I can make them at home since I know how they do it now. Ooh, ooh. See, every time I try to close the stream out, they keep on dropping more stuff that dropped within an hour. Okay, the cooldown.com is reporting scientists sound alarm after disturbing photo from Arctic expedition resurfaces. Feels like they could just sink at any moment. Maybe they're on part of the. Yeah. I'm going to click on it, just see there's a picture I could show you because I only was able to see half of it. But no, that doesn't show anything, just somebody doing a dog sled. Ooh. Yeah, there's a video that shows where the ice is cracking. somebody's standing by it and it shows the crack. So, well, it was like the movie The Day After Tomorrow when the ice started cracking. You leave. You just don't stand there with your phone freaking filming it. McDonald's 2012. Yeah, it's been that long or longer for me. I won't go to McDonald's. I won't even go to Burger King. Any place that sells plant based burgers, I will not go to because how do you know you're getting the real burger? You go in and you want 100% beef and you get a plant based. And then they throw all the freaking secret sauce and all that stuff in there. They drown it out so you can't tell. So they're ripping you off twice. Think about it. And you really got to look at those plant based burgers. Do they mean plastic based burgers? And they just called it plant? Are they using plastic plants for their burgers? That's my question. I'm sorry if I was supposed to be, you know, I won't even say vegetarian because at least a vegetarian eats other freaking stuff, and then they'll try to hide it. You eat bell peppers; they look like bell peppers. Lady D's like, oh, I could say something, but I'm not. I'm just going to read your comment. I miss a good juicy burger. Shh, don't let your husband hear. Yeah, I went there. Sorry. But hey, I'm the person on the stream. I will go places other people won't. They're scared of YouTube. Yeah. I ain't scared of YouTube. I got lawyers. Dun, dun, dun. Not that I trust them, but they do their job when they get paid for it. Let's see, who else? Oh, yeah. Zed dropped a video. Go check out Zed's link. He shows some of his handiwork. Of course, I mentioned a longboarding mom with her barbecue chicken. You actually see her son or her husband in there helping out too. She did most of the cooking, but I know somewhere in the background they pass through those spices and all that. And yeah, I can't even think of anybody. Man, I watched so many videos since I woke up at 3 o'clock this morning. That's the only bad thing about waking up 3 o'clock because I fell asleep like at 6:30. Woke up, tried watching Zola, fell back to sleep, and woke up again. Zola was still on. I don't know how many hours she went, but yeah. Finally woke up at 3 and never do that again. I had half a pot of coffee, so I said, oh, I'll go ahead and microwave some. And you've heard my stories about I don't like microwave coffee. Well, I did that at 3 o'clock in the morning because I was half asleep. And yeah, I need to be fully awake and craving coffee to make a fresh pot because I'm not having microwave coffee ever again. Okay, and if y'all worrying about the public health warnings, go to metro.com. They put U.S. city hit with stay indoors, public health emergency warnings by mistake. Was your city under a public health warning and you didn't know about it and then found out it was a mistake? Go check out metro.com. Jump in there, rabbit hole. Yeah. Okay, and the street is reporting Burger King menu adds Whopper of a Whopper offer. Don't know what it is. I don't go to Burger King because they don't make it my way. So they did. That'd be more jalapenos instead of lettuce on that burger. And I don't get this one here. Well, maybe it's a way to fix the education system in the U.S. But USA Today's posted President Trump signs executive order boosting AI in kindergarten and 12th grade schools. Are we going to get rid of the teachers and let AI teach? Kids might just become smarter. Oh, and if you're a teacher, sorry. You know, at least I wasn't calling you Katy Perry. Oh, yeah, I went there. And according to mlive.com, Michigan confirms ninth measles case. Warns about possible exposure site. So go to mlive.com to find out. Somewhere in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And people don't realize all a person has to do is cough. And if you've never had the vaccine, you've never had the measles, that's how you get it. It's airborne when they cough. Okay, never heard of that one. They're talking about that. Jack in the Boxes now. According to USAtoday.com, Jack in the Box is closing up to 200 underperforming restaurants. Could sell Del Taco brand. So Del Taco might go on the market, and they're going to close 200 underperforming Jack in the Box restaurants. That's okay. They opened one up here, only lasted 3 months, and they shut down. So I don't know. And according to TheStreet.com, Verizon suffers major loss as customers switch gears. Yeah, I guess people went at Verizon and found out it's not all that it's advertised to be, and they're switching. Gee. Oh, man. I can't show that picture. Okay, go to Florida today if you want to see a smiley face up in the cosmos. FloridaToday.com's reporting smiley face to appear over Florida on April 25th. Hey, that's tomorrow. Here's when to look up. And it's going to show the alignment of the moon, Saturn, Venus. It's showing how this could be a smiley face up in the stars. Ooh, imagine if you can catch that on your iPhone, Android, whatever it is that you have. That'd be awesome. Okay, so far no new earthquakes. Last time we were talking, I mentioned earthquakes. While I was shutting down, there was earthquakes around the world. So yeah, I expect them again. I'm trying to see one last time. Trader Joe's. You know what? Since I already had breakfast, my cinnamon raisin toast. I may just go make me a bowl of freaking mint chocolate chip. I haven't had that in a couple of days. Ooh yeah. Oh my God. Who is that? Say Lady D mentions she missed a good juicy burger, and look who shows up. Howdy B, how you doing? Where you been all day? Hopefully you got the story about the smiley face. Yeah. Everybody in chat, please welcome B Charmin. Yeah. So B Charmin's been having a, yeah, she's swinging those loofahs. Remember, Be Charming may, if you live in Florida, she may appear one Saturday evening at the Waffle House near you. If you see a lady walk in and then you hear the music playing, it may be Charming twerking at the Waffle House. Yeah. Don't believe me? I had proof on a stream last month. So you got to look like a month back and you'll see where I had pictures and she's twerking at the Waffle House. We love her. But she only does it on Saturday evening when the husband's a little frisky and wants to have his wife strut her stuff so they all get jealous of him being married to her. But yeah, Lady D's like, oh no, gosh, no, not twerking. Oh, come on, Lady D. You won't twerk for a family size bag of dill popcorn. I'm joking. I'm joking. But I'm glad, hopefully, everything worked out for you, Be Charming. You never gave us a report on how you had to run the other day to go get your machine. Hopefully, everything went well with that. And you went to the eye doctor. So, did you get glasses too? Because Lady Bluegrass is in here and she is going to the eye doctor getting you glasses. And Lady D is needing a sudden appointment for herself so she can get her glasses. She's overdue. Even though she's taking her kiddo to the place, being a good mommy, but you got to take care of yourself. You can't be the ultimate mommy unless you take care of yourself first. Come on, Lady D, get with it. There's a nice juicy burger for you if you do it. I'm trying to see what Ziva's mom said because I just saw that. Oh, okay. When she ate in 2012, yeah. Yeah, I got bifocals, but I'm always having a fight where the line is. I'm going to see if they can change the line and lower it because I'm always fighting and I'm having to lower the glasses more so I can just see through the regular glass. Only time I need the bifocal part is when I read small lettering and to the point. I may not need them very much longer anyway. 150, I mean, 105 at Costco versus 150 to doctors. What? Lady D, don't ask how much I pay because, yeah, they not only do the eye machine, read the chart up there and all that, they dilute my eyes, put me on other machines, do all these other tests, check my brain and everything else, and they'll tell me if I have a headache, if I stub my toe or anything else on there. It's actually pretty good. But you're definitely paying a whole lot more, even if you went to Costco than I am. Oh, yours are too low. See, mine are too high up. They're almost like in the middle of the whole freaking eyeglass thing. I wish mine were low. Hey, I should see what your prescription is. Maybe we just switch glasses. You send me yours, I send you mine, and we'll go from there. Oh, the only reason I get it done is because they everything that the blood work doesn't check. This is like a secondary or third backup. It checks everything else. It can tell you if you get diabetes. It can tell you if you got heartworm. Hell, it'll tell you if you got ingrown toenail. The way I've seen all these stuff going on, it's like, okay, just do it. Might as well get it over with. Less blood I gotta give you is the more I can freaking spew out when I get in an accident. Dun dun dun. And I don't read sports stuff, so I wish they'd stop putting sports stuff on my stream. Ooh, okay. So mensjournal.com is reporting U.S. issues urgent travel warning alert after, pop up, major attack. Well, if y'all been paying attention, I think U.S. government is renewing its travel warning advisory for several cities in India after a major attack killed several dozen tourists. And the attack happened in Kashmir, India. It was a high-profile, pretty safe hotel. They got hit again by a terrorist group. Yeah, but hey, the incident was uncalled for. But hey, terrorists don't care who they do as long as they can get the message out. As I say, there's always innocent bystanders. And like I told you, at this point in time, there's a lot of countries, they don't want Americans there. There's too much stuff flying around. You shouldn't even be going on vacation. Well, trust, I haven't had vacation in 5 years. I've been working my butt off. I guarantee you haven't. You just think you've been working your butt off. I know other people, some are in chat, that worked their butt off even more, and they haven't had vacation in over 10, 15 years. Hell, I've never had an actual true vacation. When I tried to have one, I went down to the Gulf Coast, rented this freaking nice freaking, what do you call it? I don't know what you call the rental houses or whatever. Yeah. Took the kids and the in-law and all that. And we were going to be there for 7 days, had our own place. So if we didn't want to go to a restaurant, we just have our own kitchen, all that, living rooms, all that. Pretty nice for $800 for a whole week, which pretty cheap at the time. My family used to go there all the time, and I probably went again. And the owners loved to see me, but they said, "Don't ever come back unless all hurricane season's over." Yeah, I showed up 2 days later. They're evacuating the whole town, and that was the jinx of it because I hadn't been back in so long that I drew the hurricane, and boy, was it coming force. Yeah. All right. Well, be charming. Hopefully, you've been keeping an eye on Alaska because they did have another earthquake yesterday. There was a 4.2, 4.5. I don't know. They keep playing with the numbers. It was just outside of Anchorage somewhere. I didn't look at the map, but I think Mount Spur's what, northeast of Anchorage, I think, somewhere like that. And they're still having quakes there, so yeah. As the month's coming to close, we want this thing to blow if it's going to blow before Beach Charming goes. And the air clears, and then she can land. And oh, it's west about 80 miles. Okay. Okay. There's been a lot of earthquakes, and we're trying to keep them on. I'm like, no, I'm not going to watch them anymore. But hey, tomorrow night you can watch those that smiley face above in Florida. Let's see if I can find the stream real quick. Will it pop back up? I don't know. Oh, speaking of which, here, I'll do this last one. Delish.com says check your pantry. 200,000 cans of Target green beans recalled due to contamination. And I still question why are you buying stuff from Target that's food? Target was not known for being a grocery store initially. It was all clothes and all the general merchandise stuff. And now you're buying food from there. Why don't you just go to Big Lots? I haven't seen too many recalls from Big Lots. So, yeah. So if you got green beans from Target, you may want to return them or check the FDA website for the recall because they're contaminated. Don't eat the green beans. Oh, and this is coming from ABC News. I got to post this one because I know I got somebody From New Jersey there, ABC News is reporting a teen is charged with allegedly starting the massive New Jersey wildfire. Ooh, so they did figure out who it was. I was wondering, it's like, there's no way that was from a thunderstorm. It had been man made. Sure enough, it was a teenager. Let's go back in time to the '70s show. Dumbass. Yep, exactly. Enough said on that one. Well, come on. Okay, and for y'all that were wondering, remember that mass shooting in 2022 in suburban Chicago during the 4th of July parade? Yeah, CNN is reporting the gunman has been sentenced to life in prison. Yeah, pretty sad considering he didn't give a crap about the people he shot. And for those of you that like Arby's and roast beef, I don't really eat roast beef. It's not really that great for me, but go to eatthisnotthat.com. Why? Because Arby's just dropped 2 new wild barbecue sandwiches. Well, if they're barbecue, not roast beef, I may just go there. Yeah. They used to have a club sandwich, Arby's, and then they did away with it. I wonder if they ever brought it back, because that's the only thing I like from Arby's is their club sandwich. And have you ever wondered, because of all the egg recalls and all that, if liquid eggs are the perfect swap for whole eggs? Well, we did have a recall on liquid eggs about a week or two ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago. But that was the only one recall on them. But you can go to delish.com. They did a test on it to make the eggs, and they show pictures. I think we got a video. And they tell you if liquid eggs are the perfect swap for the whole eggs. Who knows? And according to Variety.com, I think this is pretty stupid. Okay. But this is coming from Variety.com. Go there, check it out yourself. Netflix CEO Ted Sarandis says that the movie theater model is outdated. Most of the country cannot walk to a multiplex. So, what you trying to say there, Ted? Yeah. What are you insinuating, Ted? Because Ted, you're a dumbass. Yeah. No, I will tell you exactly what the American people think because I'm not from Hollywood. I don't own a big corporation worth billions of dollars, but I'll tell you what it is. Movie theaters, even though they made them nicer, you can order your food, they'll bring it to you during the movie and all that. They really did a nice job in quite a few places. But the prices for the tickets to watch a movie are way too much. A family of 4, you're freaking breaking the bank. On these economic times, supposedly, you know, you're not going to spend that much money to take a family of 4 to go watch a movie when you need to get groceries for the house. So it has nothing to do with that people can't walk to the multiplex. Hell, I can walk to it and I refuse to, not the prices that you got. But I do go on $5 Tuesdays when they actually have some decent movies to show. They haven't really had anything decent, so I haven't gone in a while. So yeah. And I can't wait till our driving comes back because I'd rather just drive my vehicle, chill out of my car, and not to put up with smelly talking, texting freaking people while you're trying to watch a movie. Just do it for the comfort of your own car. Drive. Driving's are awesome. I'm looking at it. I don't think there's anything else, and I didn't see the story for Be Charming, but it's out there somewhere. Just type in smiley face. Watch smiley face. Be Charming. The planet's going to align, and there's going to be a smiley face you can watch tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, I recovered that earthquake. Uh oh. I got to click on this one. This is absolutely the last one because I'm starting to get the taste of mint chocolate chip, and I really want it. Go to the mirror.com, the US version, because there's a US version and there's a EU version. You want to make sure you go to the US one. Headline reads Florida airline files bankruptcy after mass cancellations of fallout could be massive for passengers. I got to click on that one because hopefully Beach Army does not have reservations on this airlines, but let's see which airlines it is. Why is everybody filing bankruptcy? You know damn well everybody's filing. You're not going to get your court date because all the liberals are suing the Trump administration. Oh, he's doing away with two-ply in the White House. Let's sue him. Yeah. All right. Well, I don't think this is one to be Charming flies, but if she does, ooh. Okay. Florida-based carrier Silver Airlines has been advised to shut down business amid its bankruptcy proceedings. Also, they've been advised, so it's probably the court is advising them. Probably the low-budget airline based in Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport was among over a dozen that filed for bankruptcy in 2024, including another fellow affordable floor-based carrier. So they filed ahead of time, but they're probably just going through the proceedings now. And yeah, Spirit Airlines is another one, of course. And then, of course, I just saw another one because we're talking about airlines. Thanks, AI. Airpeace. Never heard of them. Oh, they fly to Nigeria. Never mind. They're shutting down their flight operations nationwide too. Yeah. So other airlines are shutting down. It's about freaking time they should have shut down during COVID. Yeah. See, if I was going to South Korea, I could probably find out when B was going on her flight, and I could meet her in Seattle. And then we'd probably take the same plane to Alaska. She'd get off, and then I'd fly to South Korea at that point. No, I wouldn't, because I'd take military aircraft. I want to go commercial. I don't trust commercial. But Alaska Airlines. Yeah, cassette. I watched a lot of the Chinese series, the Korean series ones. I just finished watching one that Lady D probably has seen, and then I'm gonna give her kudos on something, which I never hardly ever do. Not the kudos part, but you'll hear here in a second when I'm closing it down. But what was I talking about? Yeah, I just finished binge watching the other night. I was so bored, I binge watched. I want to say it was on Netflix. It was called Weak Hero. So yeah, and it was actually pretty good. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but it actually was pretty good. It was the South Korean one. So trying to see what else. Okay, Lady D. Last night, against my better judgment, I watched a movie that Lady D recommended, and I didn't think this actress would do the job that she needed to, which I still think she really didn't. She could have done a whole lot better job. Yes, G20. I watched G20 last night. I didn't know her husband. I can't remember the actor's name. I like him. They should have had him on there, but I saw a lot of liberal freaking stances in that movie. If you didn't notice on there, in some ways they're trying to play the Camilla part for her, and then in other ways they're trying to play the Obamas in the movie. If you really actually pay attention to the movie, the action was still pretty good, and I would probably give that movie probably a 7 or 8, probably a middle 8. But quite a few things that she did in that movie, yeah, they should have had another actress do it. I think. Oh, what's the female actress that's on 911? She's been in movies forever and a day, but I think she would have been great in it. Yeah, she did good on the dramatic stuff. Yeah, Anthony Anderson, exactly. And I mean, even the young actors, I didn't know who the kids were. They're actually pretty good in there too. But the plot of the movie was pretty good. You didn't see the twist coming when it finally came and all that other stuff. But yeah, certain parts like, and this is where I'm talking about. She doesn't have the body type. If she had an injury to her leg, like they put in the movie, she wouldn't have been able to have the fighting scenes that she did with that injury, for one. And then when she's hanging, spoiler alert, she hangs from a helicopter about to fall, and her teenage daughter, who's only 17 years old in the movie, grabs onto her hand and starts pulling her up to the helicopter. Now, I'm sorry, that skinny little 17-year-old's not going to pull that, yeah, beefy woman up. Let's just put it that way. So they could have changed a little bit of the action stuff around, but overall, I gave it a chance. I listened to Lady D, gave her the benefit of the doubt, but I revolted. I did not have any popcorn when I watched that show. I purposely did not have any. I was protesting the purple popcorn because the popcorn wasn't purple. And yeah, I was watching the movie, and it came out to be an 8. So thank you, Lady D, for that good suggestion. In some ways, you proved me wrong. In other ways, I proved myself right. That yeah, they probably should have had another lady instead. Don't get me wrong, I do like her as an actress. She's been in other things. It's just knowing the type of movie and the trailer that they showed. That was the part that really threw me off. The trailer did not do justice for that movie. She does not have the body type to pull off that she was army training, ma'am. No, it wasn't horrible. Like I said, I gave it an 8, and I don't give a lot of movies an 8. Normally, I give a lot of them 5 or lower. There's only a few that I've even given a 9 to. I've given one movie a 10, but I will not say that one because you'll say it's biased because it's the Minions. But a certain streaming thing's going to do away with the Minion movies, so they can kiss my bow tie, not on the left, not on the right, but right in the middle. Yep, that second episode. I knew that second episode would hook you if I could get you to watch it. And I was iffy on it too. Believe me, because like Kevin Bacon, he's kind of old now. I mean, but he did a pretty good job. Say, and he didn't go over. They didn't make him go over rambunctious and all the stuff that he did as far as for the stunts and stuff. Which with age comes less movement and fighting. Yeah. But hey, I just want to say thanks again, Lady D. And I don't do that, so mark this on your calendars. Oh my God, Tress is wrong. He admitted it. Lady D was right. Now, B, don't freaking expect anything. Because B's like, hey, where's mine? Where's mine? Huh? Where's mine? So doing a two jalapeno flip up for Lady D. Good job on the call. I won't question your thing in movies anymore, even if I don't like the actor or actress in it. But did you catch the thing I was talking about where they tried making her out like Camilla initially, and you could tell they're trying to do it the way they wrote it, and she's like, no, I ain't that stupid, and she just acted her own way, and then sort of a reference to the Obamas towards the end. I'm like, no, they didn't mention the Obama's name, but they tried playing it off like they're the Obamas. Like, no. But overall, the cast was pretty good for being a the movie that it was, and yeah, it was definitely better than that one that J Lo did. I mean, I gave that one I think a 4. J Lo was too old to be playing action movies, as she had two back to back. One about getting married and they kidnap her. I don't even remember the name of that one. And then one where she did the space one, which was really a bomb. Yeah, and they they need to do away with the Camilla Obama era type thing in Hollywood. I would have had much more respect because yeah, I didn't have much for Obama's. I didn't like Obama. He had no experience, and they basically plugged him in and his family. The only thing that you really could tell out of the whole thing was when the daughter stuck out. It's like, oh, that's the Obama kids. She went out partying and stuff. It's like, yeah. I mean, if they're going to do that, they should have at least done it where when the Bush's daughters stuck out and they got busted. Come on now, that probably would have pushed them up to a 9 because Bush's daughters were freaking partiers, even underage. And don't get me wrong, you know I did vote for Bush then, but considering the only reason was he was the better of the two candidates that were running at the time. But I would have voted Perot. Perot was still alive. Let's just put it that way. She would have been a better candidate in a lot of other things. But now I know why you ran out of popcorn because you watch your movies with your husband, sent the kids to bed, and you started watching all these action movies. So now I'm stuck trying to figure out. And since I got Lady D trapped here, we're talking. Now I got to figure out what to watch next. Needless to say, I did watch the whole movie before I fell asleep, and then I woke up in time. A cassette, Motor Pro 92, 96. Yeah. Oh, they had sports trading. Man, I don't miss those days. Believe me. Today I was supposed to cut the yard. My son was going to cut his brother's yard, and thanks to the rain, we're holding off to the weekend to do the yards. I only got my backyard to do, and he's going to do his brother's front and backyard. So maybe I'll wash dishes, and then because I did such a good job of washing dishes, I'll go have my mint chocolate chip ice cream. Hey, it's already lunchtime. I, I can have some dessert before I have something for lunch. I don't even know what I'm going to have for lunch, but hey. Okay, one last glance because we were talking about other things, nothing news. La 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 la. The only thing that I haven't mentioned, because most of y'all don't live in the big country, yeah, they're just saying, hey, stormy week up ahead for the big country. Gonna be facing hail, heavy rain, and gusty winds. Hopefully, the neighbors realize it and they go out there and start getting some of their tree limbs that they should have cut last time. And they're going to have to be picking up stuff all over the yard, all over the street, the sidewalks, everywhere else. You got to pay. When you don't do your job, you slack off, there's consequences to pay. Ooh, the puppy's going to love the puppy cut, especially when it starts getting warmer. They're like initially like, if they're a normal puppy, they don't like the clippers, but then afterwards they're like, feels nice. Oh, yeah. They're all hyper running around. Yep. And that's one of the reasons I don't have dogs. Well, the big reason is landlord doesn't allow any pets here, not even goldfish. But and I'm still on the VA list to get my dog. I've already passed up twice. I told him go to the next person. I wouldn't have a problem getting one. It's just I don't know. Until I take care of all the things I need to take care of, I don't think it'd be right. The dog can be taking care of me, then I need to be able to fully take care of the dog too. So that's why I just don't jump into something. I need to be prepared for it. And as a prepper, you know how much prepping I would have to do for a dog? Holy Toledo, there's a lot to do. Yeah, I need to get another freezer just to have fresh meat because I would make their own food. I'd make the food here for them. Only the best for my puppy when I get another one. I had dogs growing up. I was raising German Shepherds. And then I started a business selling in the military, but that didn't last long. They kind of just shied away because I was a minor doing it. Even though I had all the certifications, they had a problem with it. So, and after that happened, I was just distorted. I was so happy being able to sell in the military. They trained them, and they were using them, and then they said we can't because of your age, even though they had no problems with any of the dogs, health wise, training wise, anything else. But yep, I love shepherds too. But yeah, I said if those Beowulfs escape from the lab in Dallas, don't point anybody towards the west. I will have an alibi. I was on that sinking boat when all my self defense devices went under. Yeah, yeah, that's where I was at. Yeah, I was fishing, and yeah, I don't know why my German shepherds look kind of funky being white. I don't know. They're beagles. Yeah, haven't you ever seen a beagle? Daisy is half Pickapoo and Chihuahua. Oh, she's small. Oh, she's definitely gonna love the haircut. Yep, the last dog I had was a black lab, and I had her as a puppy. I saved her when she had parvo. The ex didn't enjoy that I saved the puppy, but I got the puppy for her daughter, my daughter, and saved its life. And it grew up very loyal, very protective of my daughter, and yeah, didn't like the ex-wife. Actually, bit her when she tried hitting her, but that was her fault because you don't swing when the dog gets, trying to protect somebody, especially if it's a toddler, and then you see a paper coming like you're gonna hit, and the daughter's right there. Yeah, the dog didn't know it was the one gonna get hit. He thought the ex was gonna hit the daughter, so it did what it needed to do, what it was trained to do, protect my daughter. So, and after that, the ex was like, "Oh, I'm not even gonna feed it. Don't." And then she kidnaps it when I'm out of the country on deployment and lets it loose out in the woods. So and then lied to my daughter that it said that it ran away, and then the daughter found out later that no, it wasn't. No. But hey, that's why you hurt them with the truth instead of hurt them with a lie. And on that point, I appreciate y'all coming out. Y'all are the best chatting on all social media, like I've always said. I don't need to prove it. Y'all prove it on a daily basis, being the best human beings on this planet. And I'm just going to remind you, tell your loved ones you love them, even when you're mad at them, because you don't know what's going to happen in 5 minutes, 24 hours. You know, hell, you'll come on this stream and you'll talk about dogs. Well, you might even talk about movies, or you'll just crack jokes and pick on trust. Because, yeah, it's almost that time to do another broadcast of Let's Roast Trust. Yeah. Lady D's, I got a 3:30, so she's gonna prep for that. Yeah, right. You're gonna make something to eat. You're gonna take a nap. That's what she means by prep. She's gonna nap. I'm glad to see you today too, B. I was kind of worried about you, and I'm glad it was disappointments, but I'll remind everybody. Not only do we greet, be charming when she comes in, everybody wave to be charming on the way out. Yeah. Hopefully everybody's waving at her. Hey, maybe we could convince her with all this hellos and goodbyes that when she does go to Alaska, she can make a special trip, go up to Mount Spur if it doesn't blow. It is having all that, pressure and all that wanting to, but maybe she'll go up there with her loofahs and she'll swing a loofahs with the music in the playground in the background and help it release its tension. Now, can you imagine being up there on Mount Spur, swinging her loofahs around? Yeah, I can see her doing that. She doesn't need to play the music though. She just send me the video and I'll add the music to her video and then she can post it. Oh yeah. Well, I hope everybody has. You're gonna pass on Mount Spur. Well, you can have it in the background if you can get it. Like on a selfie video. And swing your little loofahs all the way from Alaska, saying, "I have you on my loofah's mind. I flew here all the way on Lufa Airlines." Woo, man, the jokes I could come up with Lufa and her heading towards Alaska. Oh, now you wanted to wait till you get home. Before you're like, I want it to happen before I go. Now you wanted to wait till yeah, because it's getting close. No, be charming. I'm not nuts. I just got the nuts, and they come out frequently. So thank you for noticing, though. And while you're at it, can you use your loofahs and do a little scrubby scrub for me? Just joking. Y'all be safe. Be careful. Uh, be charming. You have the rest of your day. Hopefully, you get the glasses that you want. And Colette, enjoy your puppy. Enjoy the weather. Hopefully, it's safe where you're at. Let's see who else is still in here. Lady D, you enjoy your nap. And I will see you next time. Probably next week. I don't know. Maybe I'll do one this weekend. I have no clue yet. I'm just winging it right now because I got so many things I'm trying to get done at once. Love y'all. Be prepared. All right. Since there ain't gonna be no Mount Spur, be charming. How about you do a quick video clip of you at the airport going, to Alaska and beyond.